If you're looking to scale your company, you probably already came across the concept of SOPs, standard operating procedures, to document your processes and have someone else execute on them for you. So whenever you cannot automate something, you want to give it to someone else to execute so you yourself can do higher leverage activities. Now, you should not be writing these SOPs yourself. That would be very low leverage. Now, at the same time, putting your team to do them is also time consuming, and you might not want to pay for that. So here's an alternative that will help you train them and write these SOPs in a way that you couldn't do yourself, which is with coming up with all of the ways they could break and with a solution to all of those. And that is by leveraging AI to do it for you. Now, it's not just plugging into AI that you want an SOP for it, is actually doing what I'm going to show you in this video. First things first, when you're creating a process, you want something that is actionable and is actually not just going to go into your Google Drive folder and never get open ever again. So what you want to do is the following. You will want to have a call with your team, and on that call, you want to use Fathom as the note taker to take notes and transcript everything that you're saying on this call. And you're going to explain to your employees using language like, click this button, click that button, and then you click here. And if this happens, you have two options, option 1 and option 2. If it is option 1, you click here and you click there, you type this and you type that. It's very robotic. You're going to explain in a very robotic manner. Why? Not only because you want to turn this into an SOP later, but also when you explain things very robotically, it is easier to follow. It is easier to process those things, assuming that this person doesn't already know it, else you just bore them to death. But if they don't know it yet, and you're explaining it very robotically, you're allowing them the space to actually process everything and register it. And if you want a good framework to train employees, always think of this 3-step framework, which is exactly how you learn things. This is a neurological learning system, which is the following. Step 1, you do and they watch. Step 2, we do it together. Step 3, you do and I correct. So right now you're accomplishing step number 1. I do and you watch. So as I do, I'm narrating step by step what I'm doing and exactly what I'm doing on the screen. At the end of the session, you now have trained them on what to do, how to think about it, and you're going to take this transcript out of Fathom, and you're going to just paste it in ChatGPT, but not only any ChatGPT. It needs to be a ChatGPT that's specifically crafted for the type of SOP that you're creating. So here is ours that I've used extensively in all of our companies. And I call it Felipe's SOP Beast. And that's just a funny thing inside our company. We have this thing where we call our GPT beasts because they end up doing so much work for us. It's just something funny about us. Now, what you want to do is you want to come to ChatGPT. You want to come in here on Explore GPTs. And then you want to click on Create. Once you click on Create, you're going to be left in a page that looks like this, just without instructions yet. So here's how we want to build this. We want to give it a name. So in my case, Felipe's SOP Beast. You call it whatever you want. So then we're going to give it instructions. For the instructions, I'm going to give you this prompt. But all that we want to accomplish here is make sure it knows exactly how to create actionable SOPs. And so what we're going to say is, for clarity and simplicity, use simple and direct language. I'm not going to read this whole prompt for you. You can actually copy and paste. It's going to be in the description. We're going to tell you the consistency that we want. We want it to highlight things that are important, like tips or warnings or things that are important to keep in mind. We wanted to have action-oriented language like click here, open that, do this, do that. Never, oh, then you think about. It's always actionable. It's down to the T and exactly what you need to do. Then we wanted to give visual aids and links. So always that it should be browsing the internet to find the relevant links that were mentioned in the video. Then error handling. It always needs to come up with some troubleshooting section, some FAQs. What if this happens? What do you do? And this is the part where you're leveraging GPT's experience to do this. You don't need to say all of the things that could go wrong to our employees and train them on that. You can have GPT do that part. All you need to do is the core. So we're going to tell it to do error handling. We're going to give it some customization and examples that it is allowed to do. And we're going to tell it the format that we want in the final checklist. Once we pasted this prompt, our instructions are done. The only other thing you could do here that would be helpful to you is give it a knowledge base. So in my case, I gave it a PDF of a previous SOP that I've written by hand. So if you've written some SOPs already, you can give it to GPT so it understands your tone and it understands a little bit more about what you're trying to craft. Then you just want to give it capabilities. I do web search and code interpreter. That's all I'm giving it. From here, I'm going to click on create, or in my case, it's update, and I'm ready to start. There are 2 ways for you to utilize this bot. Number 1 is you have it write SOPs from the transcript we just created in Fathom. And number 2 is you have it help you create new SOPs from scratch, restructure SOPs that you already have, and improve SOPs that you already have. So let's start with option number 1, which is we have the extraction from Fathom, note taker. And now we're going to come in here, we're going to say, I need an SOP written from the video transcript I'll provide below for how to accomplish X, Y, and Z thing it needs to accomplish. The guide should be clear, professional, and easy to follow, even for someone new to the process. Please ensure the following. And then we're going to give it the exact transcript. So in this case, here is the transcript from a call that I had. I'm going to skip through it. And here is the final SOP. So it has everything we need. An introduction, the prerequisites, which I often actually just delete. Then it tells us exactly step by step how to do the thing it is supposed to do. This is really good. There is nothing I would add to this. This is actually a very good SOP already. It contains the troubleshooting section. So this is ready to go. It even gives you a summary and a conclusion at the end. So here's another prompt I ran. I did an SOP written for, again from the video transcript, and then I explain what it is and I give it the transcript. And voila, here's an SOP on using Clay to find people in a list of companies. And it's actually pretty good. Here's everything that you need. Here is the exact SOP that I copy pasted and I gave to all of our VAs, and they just literally executed based on this without any further training, because I only trained one person and the rest all just got to watch the video and use this SOP right here. And it works really well to this day, the day of this recording. So those are examples of how you can have it take calls, how it takes transcripts, and it creates very good SOPs. If you want to make things fancier, you could give it more instructions, like I want the clarity and simplicity to be there. I want you to use a numbered list for the steps. I want you to mention tools. I want you to include placeholders. You could do all of those things, and I'm going to give you this prompt as well in the description. And then you give it a transcript of the video, and you're good to go. Now, let me show you the last example, which is if you... Let me go up. If you wanted to create an SOP for you from scratch. So in this case, I'm saying, hey, I have an SOP already and I want it to be improved. So here's the section of my SOP that I want improved, and it improved that for me. Or if I want something from scratch, then I'm going to ask it first. Hey, I'm thinking of breaking down an SOP in the following format and this following order. What do you think? And then GPT gives you a better structure. This, by the way, is a structure we use in our own SOPs to this day. This specific SOP right here on how to create email inboxes. Fantastic SOP, by the way. And then what I'm going to do is, okay, now I need the SOP written from scratch. This is the structure of what I want in this SOP. This is how I wanted to talk in this SOP. And this is all the things that I need to have in them. And then it goes ahead and it creates SOP, which, by the way, this one is inside our own SOP for email account creation as well. And that is it. That is all that you need. Now, with everything that I've given you, you're ready to put a lot of your processes on autopilot. And once you created a beast like this one, all you need to do is just keep on giving these instructions and have your team do it for you. And you're going to have your whole company documented and ready to either be sold or scaled. So if you found value in this, you also find value in automating a lot of things. And for that, I recommend you check out this other video on the top 7 automations that we run in our company that save us time, make us money, and save us money at the same time. So feel free to check it out right here. I'll see you there.